It's been a week. It was my birthday. We went hiking up Table Rock. We went jet boating. We had some major recovery from that. The hike was 5.5 miles round trip. I gotta take these off. They're making me sweat. It is so hot here today, like 97 degrees, and we don't do hot in Oregon. Anyways, the hike was 5.5 miles, and it is 6 days later, and my legs are still cramped up. Well, 5 days later, my legs were still cramped up. I did my LMNT, what is supplement, I guess you could call it. It's basically potassium, magnesium, and sodium. And it gives you those nutrients that you deplete when you sweat or when you drink a lot of water or you work out or whatever. Your body needs them. I was in miserable pain up until yesterday. I drank one of those with like 16 ounces of water. It tasted good, and it never tastes good to me. I'm not a salty person. It tasted so good. And you know what? I slept through the night and I felt better today. And I'm like, why didn't I do that the first day? I never think about it. It's kind of like when my back's in pain. Why don't I take the Tylenol and Advil the first day and then feel better? I don't think about it. But anyways, oh, and my kids moved about an hour away. So, grandkids and moving and all the stuff that goes with cleaning. And I'm tired. And then we started school yesterday. And then it was the 4th of July, and we hadn't had any sleep. So we were up till like midnight on the 4th of July. And then fireworks were up 50% off sale. So we did fireworks again last night. So I didn't get any sleep last night either. It's time to stop. It's time to chill. I have put my weight loss on the back burner. Hadn't really thought about it. And I don't know what inspired it. I don't know what brought it on. My husband's doctor dropped him for... He's not busy enough. My husband doesn't go in there often enough. So he needed the doctor wanted him to have a physical twice a year. My husband's pretty healthy for the most part, other than like big problems that we just maintain. And I'm like, you're not going in there for 2 physicals. The insurance covers 1, not 2. This is ridiculous. You don't have high blood pressure. You don't have high cholesterol. You are not pre-diabetic, even though the doctor gave you a test when he didn't tell you to fast and then thought it was a fasting test and your numbers were ridiculous. The doctor didn't like him, basically, would be my opinion. And he wanted a different type of patient. So he dropped him. Didn't bother to tell him. So his maintenance meds that he requires to live were denied. And we're like, can we get like one more prescription so we can get another doctor? They're like, just go to the emergency room and get them. It's like, I can't afford to go to the emergency room every single day. That's ridiculous. I hate the way doctors act and don't act and don't care. Anyways, we ended up going to urgent care and got him 5 days. That's all that they would give him, was 5 days. And hopefully in the next 5 days, I can get him in as a new patient somewhere. It's ridiculous. It's totally, utterly ridiculous. He has 2 pills that he has to have or he will die within a week. You don't mess with thyroids. You don't mess with your heart. It's like, you have to have these things. Anyways, whatever. We'll take care of it. We always do. I'll figure it out. While we were sitting in the waiting room, might have been at lunch, I don't remember, but somehow we got on the topic of gastric bypass surgery. I'm like, I've thought about it. I've seen it work. I've seen people struggle with it. I've seen people gain all their weight back. I've seen it not work. I've seen people have vitamin deficiencies, all of that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know that I'm brave enough to do that. I'm like, I don't want to be an 80-year-old woman who's like got osteoporosis really bad and is miserable and can't walk across the room because I had gastric bypass surgery so I could be skinny when I was 50. I don't know. I want to be healthy. I won't live to 80 if I don't do something right now because I'm killing myself every time I take a bite of food. I don't know what to do. I struggle big time with food. I don't know what to do. I just mentioned it to him a minute ago, and I said, well, maybe I'll go back on my HCG because I have a round or two. And he's just like, but I'm like, So he's not buying in, and that's causing me to second guess myself, to doubt myself. And we are each other's worst enemies. It's like, hey, you want to go to that restaurant? That is our favorite restaurant. Let's go there. I swear every restaurant that we have in town is our favorite restaurant. Deep breath. Deep breath. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to lose 100 pounds. I have to. I've lost some, then I found it, then I lose it, then I find it, then I lose it. I've been bouncing this 10 pounds back and forth for a while. Which means it's not weight, it's just water. It's just inflammation, because I'll eat some pasta or I'll eat some bread and then I go up, and then I don't for a while and I eat clean and it goes down. I have been skipping breakfast every day. That does help, but school has my favorite sugar-free applesauce. I mean, it can't be that bad. There's only apples in it. And the dried apples, which I love those, but they have preservatives in them. That's what I had for lunch today. And I felt really good. And then we went to Pita Pit. And it's like, not really that bad, but the amount that I ate was ridiculous. So it's not that it's bad food, it's just the quantity. And I've got to learn how to cut my portions into like a quarter. And I know that if I had surgery, I would have to. And I go, okay, why don't I now? Why do I have to be in this? My screen is like a really weird color right now. Let's see if I can get it to come back to normal color. There we go. I don't understand why I would do it if I had the surgery, but I won't do it now when I don't have the surgery. If I ate the diet that I should now, I wouldn't have to have surgery. But will I be able to keep the weight off? I haven't in the past. I've never been able to keep the weight off. What's going to change? Do I have to have the surgery so it's a have to situation? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you know about people who have had gastric bypass surgery. Everybody I know was like 400 pounds, 350 pounds, 300 pounds. They had gastric bypass surgery. They lost a ton of weight. They looked great. They had body dysmorphia where you don't realize that you look good and you still feel fat. Totally going to have that. I already know that because I had that last time I did this. And they gained it all back. I've not heard of a 60 or 70-year-old woman who had gastric bypass surgery when she was in her 30s or 40s who's still alive and happy today. You don't hear about those stories. And I don't trust anything on the internet. I might go watch some YouTube videos because that's what I do to dig for information. I watched a couple of the doctors that I usually like to trust, and they're both like, don't do it. You're going to have vitamin deficiencies, and you're going to have malnutrition in certain areas, and your body's not going to absorb things the right way, and it's going to mess things up, and you're not going to be able to get the minerals that you need, blah, 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 blah. I trust them kind of, but I don't, because I don't know them. I don't know what their dog is in the fight. So we probably will go down to Medford and check out. I'm going to try and get a referral tomorrow when I get off work. If it doesn't go crazy like today went, I'm going to try and go call my doctor's office and see if they will even do a referral or if I need to find a new PCP to do a referral. Because the gastric bypass surgery and whatever it is, the stomach surgery place, they do like multiple different kinds. And I'd like to talk to somebody about the different kinds. Maybe they can just put me on a pill that's going to be like, there's a prescription. You're not hungry anymore. That'd be great. I don't know. Something's got to give. Because I've been working my butt off now for like 6 months and something's got to give. This is ridiculous. I am tired. I'm tired of being in this state. I know my hormones are all out of whack. I'm still in fight or flight mode. I'm not sleeping well at night. I'm not getting enough sleep at night. That means my, what do they call it? Starts with an E. Adrenal, starts with an A. Adrenal glands are overworking and I am in adrenal fatigue. I have been for a while. I was starting to make some progress. Life sucks. People suck. Bad people really suck. Selfish, greedy people really suck. And we had some stuff go on. We've had a lot of stress in our life with opportunities, and they're gone. And I don't know if I should be thankful or not. I'm kind of thankful because I don't know what that opportunity would have done to my family. It would have opened doors and it would have destroyed people. It's kind of a weird situation. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So I will be working and I will be doing my best. I now have a refrigerator in my classroom and a microwave in my classroom. So I have the means of eating whatever I need to that's healthy. I can take my broccoli and my cabbage and my food and I can eat healthy. My husband is so supportive. He's not pushing me. He's not telling me I'm fat. He's not fat shaming me at all. He loves me. He married me. I look like I do right now. He married me at this weight. He's always loved me at this weight. He just wants me to be happy. And if I feel like I need to lose weight, then he wants to help me lose weight. He's probably the heaviest weight he's ever been. He's 5'4" and he's pushing 200 pounds or over it. Healthy weight for him is 165 and he looks great. So he's got about 40 pounds he needs to lose. But you know what? As soon as he gets his mind wrapped around it, he's just going to lose it. He's struggling. He blames me because I buy junk food for my teenage son. And our son, my grandson, he has a happy grandson drawer. Maybe I need to put a lock on it so neither one of us can get into it. I don't know. It's self-control. It's self-hate because I really don't like myself. I don't like myself that I don't have the control to lose the weight. I don't like myself that I'm this weight. I don't like that I could not hardly hike Table Rock, which is only 1.75 miles up, and I was dying on the way up. And on the way down, I felt like a cripple. I don't like that. That's ridiculous. I don't want to ever do that again. I want to be able to hike up that mountain and be like, see ya, I can do this. But as of right now, I told him I don't ever want to do it again. It wasn't fun. And it was my idea. And I wanted to do it because I love being on top of that mountain. I don't know what I want to do. Here we are. I'm stuck. I've got to unstuck. I know people say I'm too hard on myself. Somebody's got to be, because my husband's passive about it. He just loves me for who I am. Well, I don't really like me for who I am. Do you like my hair? It makes me happy. It's funny. The weird things are the ones that make me happy. I love our life. I love the life that we've built and we share together. I am not depressed and like self-harm or anything like that. I don't like that I can't lose weight and get healthy because I can't wrap my brain around it. I've got to wrap my brain around it. So here I am rambling, wrapping my brain around it. This is what I do. I used to write it in a journal and I'm like, well, that's not helping anybody else either. So here we go. How can I help somebody else? You're not alone. That's what I can do. You're not alone. Do you do gastric bypass surgery? I don't know. That's a you decision. That's a me decision. If I do it, I'm not telling anybody. I can tell you that right now. If I do go forward with it, I will tell my best friend, and that's probably the only person that I will tell in my circle of people because it's nobody's business. And I don't want to be judged by it. And I don't want to be watched to see when I'm going to put the weight back on because that's what everybody does. Well, they'll never keep it off. So I don't know. It's kind of like when I was doing HCG and people were telling other people that I was on meth. I was never on meth. I was on HCG, and yeah, I was shooting it into my stomach because that's how you do it. I might do that again. I need a plan. I have my interstellar herbs all lined up in my little pill bottle for a week. Yeah, I just can't swallow. I can't wrap my brain around it. I kind of want to make myself go to one of those fasting spas where there's no food and you can't eat. You paid the big money and you go get fixed. I'd love to go disappear for 30 days with my husband because I will not do it without him. I'd like to go disappear for 30 days and figure out who I am, who I want to be, and how I can be healthy. But I got to do something because I'm a train wreck waiting to happen. I've got like 6 strikes against me and no hope for any change. And I need change. I really do. So off I go to do my research and see what I can find. Surgery scares me. I don't want to have surgery. So that's kind of a last resort for me. But I wouldn't mind talking to the doctors and getting insights on how 30 years from now is going to look, because that matters to me. Who am I going to be when I'm old and I can actually enjoy life because I don't have to work anymore? I want to be able to enjoy life. But anyways, the struggle of the day, week, month, hour, whatever. I'll get there and I'll be back tomorrow. Here's to a healthier, happier you and me.